Hello guys, so we'll now fix one of the bugs which we have discovered right away. Okay, so we are now going to edit VC and we have got the function which is called once we click save button. Once we click our save button, and here we must do a minor modification. First of all, this notification center to post this, we will remove this. And where we need to call this notification is once the upload image is executed. So we're now adding to our upload image. This is the function, and in this function we need to save a user since we have uploaded a new image and there is a new path for the AVA and for the cover. We need to update the current user global variable. So we are copying this code and we are copying NS notification default post as well. This is what we're copying. Okay, we're going back to our upload image, and here where the statement equals 200, here we will paste this, and the show alert we will remove. So what we have done, we have pasted, that is the one where we save current user, and we have pasted the notification center to update on the home screen. Okay, so this was one of the major parts. Okay guys, so another update of the bug which we must make is whenever let's say we edit the picture on the edit view controller, whenever we delete them, it uploads the placeholder to the server, and if we have here the picture selected, it is not showing delete button until we'll select the new one. Okay, so these bugs will fix right away. I'll start from fixing the bug which is uploading the image to the server, and I don't want it to upload the placeholder image to the server. Okay, I want to avoid this. So for that purpose, we'll go now to upload image function, which we have, and here the edit which we must do is here. Let's say if we have selected the placeholder image, we want it to send to the server some just like no picture. This is what we want to do is, so here I'll remove this line and I will write here var image data equals data opening close round bracket, and then we will write if statement if image view dot image is not equal to UI image open the round bracket named, and then we will write home cover dot jpeg and image view dot image is not equal to UI image open the round bracket, select the method with the named, and here we'll write user dot png, then open curly brackets, and in case if this image view, or in case if any of these image views is having no placeholder as home cover.jpg, this must be the file name of your cover image. In my case it's home cover.jpg, and there is no any image with the name user.png, then we want to send to the server a real uploaded file. Okay, so initially it will be just no image. So in this case we will write image data will be equals to UI image JPEG representation. So JPEG representation, it is to compress the image by half. So here we'll write image view dot image exclamation mark, and compression will be 0.5, which means 50%, and exclamation mark. Okay, and then we must be able to build and run this. We must be able to build and run this. Okay, great. So what we will do now, the same logic, the same one, we will upload for the home page as well, because we can edit this on the home page as well. Okay, so I copy this, and I'm now what you can do to make sure that you got no function with the image data, you can just search for the image data. So we're now going to home page. Here we go. Here we have the same. So this line compressing image, I'll replace it, and I'll write a new comment here. If in the image view is placeholder, send no picture to the server. So this is what we are doing currently. And I'll write the comment for the edit view controller as well. And yeah, so you can check all your image files where we upload the image. Here we go. In this, while uploading the post, we're following this logic. Is picture is selected, for example, we're following this. Very good. By the way, we can be using the same logic where we say if picture is selected, but in this case it won't work because we might select and we might delete this. But here we have the trigger, which is Ava changed? So that's really important. Okay, so that is amazing. And okay, so this is what we have now. We're done with this. What about fixing another bug where we are unable to delete the picture even though it is there? Okay, so we'll start from the home VC, and we will head to the function which is a load user function. Okay, in this function which allows us to load the user, we will work on this. So here we go in my case, and here we'll write one logic which is quite smart logic. So since we have got and accessed the Ava path, here after this coordinate method we'll write a one method, one if statement. So we'll write if current user question mark, then the square brackets in the round brackets, and then quotation marks in the round brackets. We'll write Ava to access the Ava as string, and here dot count, or you can directly refer to the Ava path. If Ava path as string dot count is more than 10 characters, means there is some valid URL link, means there is a picture. So then we will cast is Ava equals true. And let's say if there is no proper link, URL link in the Ava path, then means there is no Ava picture. In this case, we will automatically assign a placeholder. Ava image v dot image will be equals to UI image. Open the round bracket, select the method named, and then in quotation marks we'll write the name of our profile picture placeholder. In my case, it's user.png. And this is what we want to do. And here we will write is cover equals is Ava equals false. Is Ava equals false. Great. And then check in the front end, is there any picture in the image view loaded from the server, which means is there a real HTML path or link to the image. This is what we're doing. And the same logic we'll write for the cover. If in the round brackets we write cover path as exclamation mark string dot count is more than 10 characters, so then there is a cover. Is cover equals true? If not, which is else, then we automatically will assign a placeholder. Cover image view dot image will be equals to UI image, open the round bracket, select the function named, and here we'll write home cover dot jpeg, and here is cover equals false. Excellent. And then as a second step, we need to do a manipulation in the function which shows alert. Show alert. So this is show action sheet actually. Yeah, this is the function show action sheet. And here in manipulation of the delete enabled or disabled, because in first case we're only triggering is there any AVA or not, and the second step will be to manipulate the appearance of the disable button. Okay, I'll remove the old code, and here I'll write a new one. If image view tab equals double equal mark equals AVA in the quotation marks, and is AVA equals false, and image view tabbed is not equals to cover, then delete button will be disabled. Is enabled equals false. If image view tabbed, let's say if the AVA is tapped and there is no AVA, if it equals false, and the image view tabbed is not equals to cover, means the cover wasn't tapped, it was exactly and precisely it was tapped only AVA. In this case, it will disable the delete button. Okay, very good. And we'll write the second logic. If image view tabbed equals to cover and is cover equals false, and image view tabbed is not equals to AVA, then open curly bracket, delete button, delete dot is enabled equals false as well. Okay, so we can build and run our code to check does it work or not. So before, you remember in my previous load it was not showing delete button, but now it shows. Outstanding. Brilliant. So I will, yeah, so this is how it works. Okay, when I go to edit view controller, it doesn't work in this way. So what we need to do is we just need simply to copy this two steps. First, verification if is there any valid URL or not. And the second one is to manipulate the appearance of the delete button. Okay, I'm going now to edit view controller, edit VC, and I will head to the function which is a load user. Right after the guard let mode method, here I will insert this to check the valid URL paths logic, and then we need to copy the appearance of the delete button. That is the one. So I'll copy this logic, and we're coming back to our edit view controller. We'll head to the function where is the action sheet is called show action sheet. Here we go. We'll remove the old method and we will insert the newly written method, which works for us very well. So I'll save this and I'll run it. Okay, so I'm now moving to edit view controller, and here we go. Now we can remove these images. Okay, so okay, very good. And one more thing is what exactly we fixed by writing this line. You may ask, okay, if there is this already written, why we need to allocate this? Because let's say this method will be called only when the view will be loaded. But let's say we're coming to edit VC, we will, let's say, remove this picture. I'll remove this, I'll save it, and I'll come back, and here it will get updated. So this method is not called. Only this manipulation was called. So when we immediately reset the Ava path, when we let's say when we remove the cover path, immediately in the front end we will manipulate. If the cover, let's say there is no more characters than 10, means in our case it's 0, so then it automatically it will assign a placeholder image. Okay, I'll come here and I'll select an Ava, a cover, and it will get updated as well. So if there is some cover, then it will load this function. Okay, brilliant. And by the way, there is one more thing which we need to do, especially in the home view controller. Once we delete the picture, we must execute upload image function. Okay, so we're going to delete function. That is the one. That is the one. So whenever we delete the image from here, we must upload these details in the server as well. So what we will do, we will call the function which is upload image. That is the one. We will call this function in the delete buttons action. So we are now going to the action sheet function. That is the one. We're coming to the show action sheet function. That is the one. And when the delete button is pressed, here I will call self.upload image from Ava image view, because this scenario is for the Ava. And the same we're doing for the cover. Here we'll write self.upload image from cover image view. Very good. So this was another bug which we have fixed. Okay. So that was really excellent experience. And that is amazing. So as the next step, we will once we call this upload image function, even though if we delete this picture, we means we need to delete it from the server. And we will now go into this. Let's go now to our PHP development environment, and here I have upload image.php opened. Okay, so first of all, I would like to consider one more scenario here. If the folder could not be created, I will show here the message right here. Folder message could not create a folder. Okay, great. And the next step is, this is when we have when we are uploading the file. And another scenario here will be the last else statement when we are deleting file. Okay, so the first if statement, when there is a sum file selected and the size is more than 1 KB, then upload it, else delete it. Okay, very good. So here we'll write a deleting method. So first of all, we want to reset the path to be the empty string. File URL equals to just open and close single quotation marks, which means empty string. Then we will access the file, all the files in the folder. Then we create a new variable which will be files globe. Then we write globe, which states for the global. Then we put absolute path to the directory with the files. Absolute path. If you're using your XAMPP, so you will follow me, if you are using your dedicated server, so you can get the absolute path in the settings of your server. Okay, so in the quotation marks we'll put right slash, we'll write applications, then again right slash XAMPP, then again right slash XAMPP files, then again /htdocs, then again /fb, then again / we're coming out of the single quotation marks, we'll put dot, and we concatenate it with the type because it can be either AVA or cover type. Then again we concatenate it with the / dot, then in the single quotation marks we'll put again /, and then we want to concatenate it with the ID dot, then the reference to the ID variable ID, then again dot, and then we put concatenate it with the / and all in the folder. Okay, so how this link will be looking like, I'll show you. Let's say then for example cover, then the ID, let's say, and all files in this folder. This is how it's gonna look like. Okay, if we go to Finder, so here is exam, first application, then exam, so that is the one, then exam files, because this is only a shortcut, exam files, then htdocs, then fb, then we have a cover, for example, then we have the ID of the user, let's say 7, and that is the cover which he has. Or let's say by mistake there are so many covers. By mistake, for example, somehow it happened with a leakage in your database. So it will delete all the files in this. Okay, that is outstanding. Don't forget to put your semicolon. Okay, since we have accessed all the files, we want to delete every file one by one. So we write for each, then open and close round brackets. In the round brackets, write files as file, then open a curly bracket. So the same loop like for in, let's say for file in files. So it's the same for each files as file. So it means access every file in files, and then we will remove it. If it is a valid file, if as underscore file, then in the round brackets we'll make a reference to the file. Then here we will write unlink file, means delete the file. Delete file. That one, integrate files. Okay, beautiful. And finally, we must update the URL path in this server. Okay, here I'm accessing the variable access, which stores the entire access.php. Then I write update image URL. Here I have a type, I have a file URL, and then I have the ID. Okay, and don't forget to put semicolon at the end. Here we go. Okay, and one more thing. If we have done with this, we must throw back updated user information to the user. So it means this code where we select the user, it must be moved down. It must be moved down. So select this, where select user ID, select this block of code, cut this, and that will scroll down. Once we coming out here right before disconnecting, here we will insert it. Okay, so and definitely we'll write the if statement. If user, then open curly brackets and close curly brackets. Else we want to return the error message. Else we will return the error message and the status. Status will be 400. Error message will be could not complete the process. Okay, very good. Then we disconnect and we return echo. So we will save this. We will save this method and I will test it. Okay, so I will delete this and I will check. I'll check. So first of all, my James's ID is 14. So I deleted the cover. It is still showing here, which actually should not be. So I'll delete this and I'll save it. Image has been deleted. So it is still here, which actually should not be. Okay, we'll just now look into this. Okay, good. So now in order to test this, we need, first of all, definitely we need to check the path. Yeah, here we go. It should be applications, not just an application. Okay, so I'll remove this. It is still here. Okay, then I'll join from here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, in the first case, it got deleted. And I'll remove even the cover. The cover is still here. Okay, well, just now to rebuild it, maybe I didn't rerun the app after the changes in the code. Okay, so I'll remove the cover. So now, yes, it got deleted. Excellent. So I will taste it one more time. I will upload here the cover and the profile picture. Okay, I'll make sure that I got it uploaded on the server. I got our cover and I got Ava. Okay, first I'll try to delete them from the homepage. So delete Ava, delete it. So here we go, the Ava deleted from the folder. And then delete it from the homepage, delete the cover. Beautiful, the cover got deleted as well. So let's now retest this on the edit view controller page. We'll just now retest it. Okay, here we go. So I got it here, then we will delete it. And Ava as well, and I will save it. Here we go, cover got deleted and the Ava got deleted. Let's check now the server. User James, there are nothing there. Okay, I'll just now re-upload them again to make sure that I'm getting the URL path there. And definitely I want to upload the Ava as well. Okay, let's refresh this. Here we go. I got it uploaded. Excellent. So this is how we have done with fixing all the bugs related to your editing PC, which is really outstanding, and I'm really happy from. So this is what we will do. With every step of the progress, we will be fixing all the bugs to let our app work in the exact way as it does the Facebook. Good job, guys! Congratulations.